technology that done.
I'm John Cartwright, I'm Head of Construction and the Built Environment at Hartlepool College. I'm lucky enough to be at the Seymour Civil Engineering Academy today, who's in partnership with Hartlepool College, and I'm interviewing
Donna King.
Hiya Donna. So obviously Seymour works with Hartlepool College very, very closely at the Academy.
Yeah.
What position do you do at the Academy?
I'm the Academy Manager, so I manage the day-to-day operations here, but as part of my job I have to look after the workforce training records for about 250 staff, and that obviously includes the apprentices.
Excellent. How long have you been at the company, Donna?
I joined in March last year, so it was just a week before lockdown, but we remained operational. The Academy closed for a while, but we remained operational right the way through the pandemic.
Fantastic. So obviously Seymour Civil Engineering Academy is a part of the wider Seymour's family. What type of things does the wider Seymour's family get involved in?
Lots of different projects. Like I say, we remained open right the way through the pandemic, so the construction industry is really busy at the moment and buoyant, and actually we feel that the construction industry will be it's kind of like the catalyst to getting the economy moving overall. The projects that we're involved in at the minute, the kind of high profile one are the Tees Works. Obviously Ben Houchen, the Tees Valley Mayor, is involved in that, and also the Teesside Airport. There's a number of transport projects that we're involved in as well, so there's Highways England have a couple of schemes on the A1 and the A19 with projects going on there. There's rail projects throughout the industry. And then there's obviously the digital industries. There's groundwork and sort of works that support what's going on with City Fibre overall, and they're kind of like awarding contracts for all of the regions within Tees Valley.
That's excellent. So, and obviously Seymour's, help us live in the area that we live in, the connectors and the building, the do shape and the roads and drainage and that type of stuff. But how many apprentices have you got at this moment in time within the organisation in them areas?
At the moment we have 4 training engineers through Hartlepool College of Further Education. We've just started 4 groundworker apprentices. They were actually learners that progressed on from our AEB Gateway programme that we've got. And we've also got 1 joiner, and we've just recently started a business admin apprentice, and they're all with Hartlepool College of Further Education.
Fabulous. So obviously you get involved in the interview process. What type of things do you look for? What qualities do you look for selection for an apprentice?
Well, there's 2 steps to the process. Obviously the shortlisting to get to interview, and then we do the interview. So just initially when we're shortlisting, we're looking really for good exam results, because that demonstrates that there's not going to be any problems with English and maths. A CV that shows some work experience really helps as well, because then it demonstrates that the candidates has got that commitment to be able to get up and do a job. So even something as small as a paper round it really makes a difference. When you kind of get to the interview stage, just having a really good attitude really helps. If you've done a bit of research about the organisation, that helps as well. But generally just the way that your attitude is, that goes a long way.
It's perfect. I think that's one of the things where I always look for when I'm carrying out interviews, timekeeping, attendance and attitude. Attitude and behaviour is always is the main things that I look for. So obviously, you're in charge of all the training at the academy. What does training look like here? What gets involved in that?
For our apprentices,
yeah.
For our ground workers that we've just started, all apprentices really, we do a mix of 1 day's college training, and our ground workers do that at the academy, and then 4 days out on site. So they kind of go to college and learn all the knowledge, the skills and behaviours that they need for the workplace, and then they get 4 days of the working week to apply those with somebody who is experienced, who they can shadow and they can mentor them. It's just a good blend of getting that work experience and getting the actual teaching.
Brilliant. Donna, I know Hartlepool College are proud to work with Seymour Civil Engineering, and thanks very much for your time today.
No problem.